What's going on, guys? My name is Alex. I'm 19 years old and I am a regular student in college. I just happen to trade a little bit, and today I was able to hit my first five-figure month 4 days into September, withdrawing a total of $13,000 in a payout. And over the past 2 to 3 months, I should say, I've been able to do about $20,000, $19,000 in payouts total. This is just for the proof. So today's September 4th. Withdrew five payouts today on five separate accounts for around $2,600. And so that's around like 12 to 13,000. In this video, I'm just going to talk about how it kind of feels at a pretty decently young age to have your first five-figure month. And then in the second half of the video, I kind of want to talk about what it took, not necessarily what it took, but where my mental headspace was at the entire time leading up to this five-figure month, because I think I showed you guys a lot of what was going on, but I didn't really talk about how I was doing mentally as much. And so this is going to be one of those videos. I haven't posted one of these videos in a bit, but it's going to be one of those videos where I talk about psychology, a little bit more about mentality and things like that. So first, we're just going to go over how it felt to hit five figures. Well, obviously it's a blessing. Like, I'm super grateful that I was able to do this today. Of course, my initial reaction was I hit today the trade on this computer, and guess what? I even said in a video on my channel that's documented, I said that this setup was going to be the setup that does it. Like, this is going to be the setup, and I hit it today. Like, everything that I manifested, or not manifested, but kind of just predicted that would happen happened, and that's pretty crazy. And so today, as soon as I secured my winning day, got up, chair fell down, screamed silently because my walls are pretty thin. I don't want my neighbors to hear me. You know what I mean. So yeah, it was exciting, right? It was great. A lot of congratulations. I pat myself on the back. Obviously, five figures that's like grown man money, right? People don't make $13,000 in a month, like, who have actual jobs. So yeah, it was a pretty surreal feeling. I still haven't told my parents yet, so I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know. I don't know if it's really hit me yet, Like, I don't know if it's hit you guys that I hit this milestone, because you guys, 4 weeks ago, you guys, or 2 weeks ago, you guys saw me blow 5 XFAs. Everything just happened so quickly, and I think that's the correct word for it. Everything just happened so quickly. I didn't have enough time to process all the emotions. I didn't have time to process the emotion of blowing five accounts. I really didn't have the time to process passing the five accounts again, because I did that in 2 days. I didn't have the time to process the emotion of receiving my payout, like my smaller payouts, really, because payout after payout, like a week or two later, I'd just get another payout. I didn't really. Maybe I'm gonna try to tonight take in that I really did hit a milestone that I've been looking at for quite a bit of time. So yeah, if you're asking me how it feels, it's not how you'd expect it to feel. Don't get me wrong. I'm super grateful, super blessed. I'm always going to be super grateful, because it's something I've been eyeing for a very long time. A five-figure month, something I've been eyeing for a very long time. But I talked about it with my buddy, and it's not like how I imagined it. It's not like wow, it's done. Like, I can finally rest. Like, no, it's kind of the complete opposite. It's I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Like, I don't want this to become a reoccurring problem, because growing up, I always heard that people say money, even if you have money, even if you're a millionaire, a billionaire, they always say that it's never enough for them. And I'm like, what? How does that make sense? Like, a billionaire, like, you'd imagine that they'd be satiated with the amount of money they have. But I also thought back like 2 months ago, like, damn, if I could hit 10K, a 10K month, like, that would be enough. Like, I would, take a break from trading. Like, that would be enough to set me, bro. Like, I'd be set. Like, I'd be so happy. I'd be so satisfied. And then now it's like, bro, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe something's wrong with me. It's like, now I have to be like, okay, I have to get another 10K payout. Like, then I'll be satisfied. I have to have another 20, 30, 40, 50K month. Then I'll be satisfied. And now I'm worried. Like, what if I hit that 50K month? I'm like, okay, I'm still not satisfied. I need 100K. That's, what I'm fearing is I'm not going to be able to enjoy what I've accomplished. Um, and yeah, and so I'm trying really, really hard to just slow down and enjoy what I've did today, because quite honestly, it's a pretty big accomplishment, and I'm trying to take in that feeling. I don't really know how to explain it. It's not a feeling of satisfaction. I'll tell you guys that right now. It's not complete satisfaction. I don't know. Maybe it's because I put in so much work that I kind of saw this happening already. I've thought of this moment so many times. I've envisioned it so many times. So maybe it feels like I've already lived it. And maybe it already feels like it was something like destiny, like something that was already predestinated to come to me. So maybe I have to shoot for something even bigger, like a 6-figure month. Maybe that, right? That'll actually hit me. But, or maybe it's just not as much money. I don't know. Who knows, right? Who knows what the reason is? Um, but yeah, in terms of how I actually feel, it's great. It was the best when the initial hour or so, and then as time went on, I'm like, okay, we got to get back to work. Like, I have a lot of stuff to do. Um, and so yeah, I think it was a great accomplishment. I love you guys for supporting me. All the congratulations, it was great. But I wouldn't really say, I'm sorry if this is a buzzkill. I'm truly sorry. I'm just trying to be as honest as possible. Like, for me personally, it wasn't the ta-da, the end-all be-all feeling that I expected it to be. Because I mean, in the end, it's only 13,000. If you want to look at it like that, it's only 13,000. Okay, but if you want to look at it at a perspective where I was 3 months ago, it's 13,000. So you see what I'm saying? There's a conflict of interest. Like, there's two conflicting feelings so I don't really know how to feel. Um, so yeah, that's that. But in order to get here, like I said, took a little bit of willpower, took a lot of consistency, and it just took a lot of faith in the Lord. And I don't really know how to put this. Like, I don't want to be cliche. I don't want this video to be super cliche, but the only way I was able to get to the position that I am in today was to just show up every single. I know that's so cliche, bro. That's so cliche. That's not what you guys want to hear. You guys want to hear something that no one has ever said before. You guys want to hear something that's just so relatable and raw. Like, cause that's what I'm doing, man. Like, I hope you guys, by me saying this, trust me even more, because I'm just like you guys. Hopefully, the videos I've been posting, you guys can relate to. Like, I go to class, I hang out with my friends. I'm normal. I don't live in Miami. I don't live off in a penthouse, right? I live in a normal apartment, like, and for me, staying consistent worked. Just like the gurus and just like the people who are in Miami, New York, penthouses, everything, they did the same exact thing. They say the same exact thing, consistency, and I can vouch that consistency actually works, right? Because one thing about that is you can have zero knowledge about what you're doing, but it's human nature. It's nature as a whole, just to get better at whatever you're doing if you show up every single day. It's a fact. If you show up every single day, no matter how bad you are, you're going to get 1% better at least every single day. Now, the reason why people can't do that, and the reason why it's so much easier said than done, is because when you're trying to get better, you're going to learn. How do you learn? You make mistakes. If you make a lot of mistakes, some people can't handle that. Some people can't handle the fact that they have to make mistakes over and over again. Their ego gets hurt. They can't wait. They don't have the patience. They can't see the vision of what the end goal will bring them. And because of that, people quit. And that's why the statistic of people who fail at trading is so high, because trading is not something that happens overnight. I had to grind an entire year straight. I have to sacrifice an entire year's worth of my time in order to actually see a bit of progress. And if you guys aren't willing to do that, then I guess training's not for you, bro. And anything else in life where you're able to make money at a very high ceiling isn't for you, because that's just a straight honest truth. If you can't stay consistent at something for a couple of months at the minimum, you're kind of cooked. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's kind of like the mentality that I had to take on. Was even if I came into every single trading day knowing I was going to lose, my confidence was at an all-time low. Like I said, the videos I posted before on my channel, you can tell my confidence was super, super low. I was basically just bitching about blowing accounts. However, my confidence was low, but you guys saw it. You guys seen it. Every single video where I blew an account, I always told y'all I'm going to get back at it. Like, this happens. I can only keep going. Like, I can only keep pushing forward. I can only move on, right? I was always looking to move on no matter how many mistakes I made. What does that do? That builds consistency. That builds initiative for me to take action, even if I fail. Wow, oh, yeah. Even if I fail, that allows me to take initiative and just to take the next step forward. That's the biggest thing. You can't get caught up in your own feet if you take a step back. If life hits you and it tries to drag you down a bit, you can't just stay there and bitch. That's exactly how you get caught up in even more stuff. So, yeah, that's kind of had the mentality that I had to take on, was just realizing that as long as I stayed consistent and I put forth my best effort every single trading day, there was no way that I could fail because I'm showing up every single day. So, yeah, that's kind of how I got to the position that I am in today, and I'm super grateful, bro. But yeah, those are the kind of the two things that I wanted to talk about, was how it actually feels, how I felt today, hitting my first 5-figure month, and then kind of what I had to do mentally to get to this position. And so yeah, hopefully that it kind of opened up a bit of more of a perspective for you guys. Like I said, I'm going to be posting not a vlog, but kind of a surprise vlog for my parents, because I haven't told my parents yet. And so I want to buy a camera, and I want to go back home, and I want to surprise them and post that, and show you guys the actual raw reaction of my parents. But yeah, man. Other than that, nothing much else. Sorry if I'm very low energy. I'm really, really, really tired. It's 11:45 p.m. Just had to pop out this video real quick. I'll probably post this tomorrow. It's September 4th, so I'll probably post on September 5th because I posted a video today. So yeah, other than that, nothing much else, guys. I always appreciate you guys. I thank you so much for the support, and yeah, more things to come, and more things to come. You guys are here early. I love y'all, appreciate y'all, and as always, God bless.